Welcome to our sociology video. Today's video will be about class and ethnicity. There will be no offensive jokes in it whatsoever. I hope you enjoy.
I think I might add drainage systems, road systems, everything.
Right, let's start this again, shall we? Do you know what racism is? Elaborate. What is it?
It's when discriminates against a person who is of different race to them. Pure.
What is class inequality?
One person doesn't have as much money as a rich
Okay. Do you think that institutional racism exists in UK schools? So,
Well, okay, alright, I've got a
who do you think does better in overall education?
Get out.
Why?
Get out.
I was hard,
Go over there.
I was hired to do this.
Who do you think does better in overall education?
Well, numerically, statistically, it is proven that the Asians, the Indians and the Pakistanis.
Who do you think does better in education?
Nobody.
Everyone does differently in education because education doesn't fit everyone. I don't like it. He doesn't. But people do. Education doesn't fit everyone. Different ethnicities do differently in education. For example, Indians do better than white males.
Do you actually know anything about class, ethnicity, and education?
No.
So have I still got the part? In today's educational video, you will not only be learning about sociology, but in specifics, class and ethnicity. There's lots of information we will give to you today. Most of it will be accurate. In percentage-wise, maybe about 80% accurate. So I hope you really enjoy it and I hope you can take something from this because we know so much and you don't. Did you know that Indians and the Chinese people do far better in education, whereas Bangladeshis and some other races don't do as well? Why that happens, I'm not too sure, but as we come to go further in this documentary, we will come to find out why these particular reasons happen. For example, in terms of a class, the middle class always do much better. Middle class people, higher class, whatever you want to classify them as, I don't get it, do far better in education. Things like labelling are big factors in the achievement of middle class, lower class people. For example, the middle class person may be labelled as the ideal student, whereas the lower class might not. But you can't always apply this model, because in some areas, lower class people are actually seen as the ideal students because that is all the class which is in one school. A teacher may also hold a different view. We cannot assume that all teachers hold the same label.
There are many kinds of racist teachers in the education system. You have the colourblind, the liberal chauvinists, and the overt racists. I myself am a colourblind, but I do have an Asian pupil in my class. Oh, here he is.
I'm not Asian.
Oh, well, this explains why I am colourblind.
Can you state your name, please?
My name is Jonathan.
Where are you from, Jonathan?
Scotland.
How did you get to this country, Jonathan?
By completely illegal means.
Okay, so how do you feel labelled at the current school you are attending?
I'm not labelled.
Are you not?
No,
Why not?
I'm not labelled.
But it says on our sheet here that Asian pupils are labelled. So can you explain?
Are your grades good despite of the labelling?
No, they're awful.
What is self-fulfilling prophecy?
A self-fulfilling prophecy is where a teacher gives you a label and you essentially accept that label, whether that be, it is mostly associated with, at least I think it is, bad, like you being labelled as a bad student, which I am labelled as.
Have you reached your master status yet?
Of course I have.
Damn. How are you labelled?
Because I'm a working class student, they think I'm a lazy student. But I go to school in a very upper class area, which is populated by upper class people. I previously went to a school in what is known as a lower class area. And the teachers thought I was an ideal student, so make of that what you will.
Do your grades reflect your labelling?
Mr. Marks,
Yes.
what do you think the role of education is?
Well, I believe that the education system is set up to force the working class people to accept the capitalist viewpoints and to prepare them for the workplace.
Interesting. Do you think that working class people are being exploited?
Do I think that? Yes, I do. Ever since I was brought up, I always hated the upper class.
Why?
Why not?
Okay, cut.
Can you please call my lawyer after this?
Wasn't Karl Marx didn't he have some money?
I don't know. I'm just here for the job.
Right, we ready? Shots set up. And who are you being now again? Working class student, yes, okay. And action. Hello, working class student.
Hello.
Jeffrey Starr, you are a working class student, is that right?
Yes, I am.
And how do you find education?
Difficult.
Why is that?
I ain't got any money.
Screw you and your Nike identity. Symbolic violence.
This is symbolic violence in action.
9.4 Grammar Secondary Modern Technical Schools allocated according to ability by the M+ in an attempt to be meritocratic. 11 plus, the comprehensive school system, 1965, the Education Reform Act, 1988, policies, business sponsorship of school, open enrollment, specialist schools, formula funding, league tables, Ofsted, critics, cream skimming, the myth of parentocracy, marketisation only benefits middle class. Yeah.
Right, Carl.
They'll look high and they'll look low. They'll look everywhere we go. But when the sinners find us, we won't hide. They'll come loud, they'll come fast. We shoot first and we can last. Keep your rifle by your side.
Jerome,
Thank you.
I'm glad to say you've been selected to the Gifted and Talented programme.
Well, I'm a privileged white kid, you know.
Yes, you are.
That's what I deserve.
Yes. So in this, you will be getting uni grants. You'll be getting some grants for university. I think that's how the program works. It may not, but anyway, even if that's not the case, you will benefit greatly from whatever you're actually going to do. Because frankly, I actually don't know what it is. So yeah.
You know, it's a real shame that other ethnicities don't get these privileges